Hey, what's up everybody? It's me Pratima. So the first thing that comes to my mind whenever anyone's talking about budget gaming laptops is Acer's Nitro series. It has been my default recommendation to anyone looking to buy a budget gaming laptop to game on or even edit videos and stuff. And this is the new 2024 edition of the Acer Nitro V16. The one I have brings AMD's latest Ryzen 8000 series CPU, a color-accurate display and an RTX 4050 graphics for under $1,000 or some 90,000 rupees in India. It is also available with a more powerful RTX 4060 chip for some 1,10,000 rupees. So let me start the review with the design side of things, and since this is a budget device, you get a plastic build that definitely is not that premium. Having said that, I absolutely love how sturdy the Nitro V16 is. The hinge here feels fine. There is no flex or anything at all, and the matte finish on the lid means it does not catch fingerprints that easily either. I am also loving this sort of muted aesthetics Acer has gone with, and this thing is surprisingly portable for a gaming laptop too. It weighs 2.5 kgs or about 2.7 kgs if you add this 135 watt power brick. So I did not have much trouble carrying it in my backpack to work every day. The port selection here is pretty decent as well. It does not have a Thunderbolt connection since this is an AMD machine and Thunderbolt is an Intel standard, but you do get a USB 4 port here for high-speed data transfer or connecting to high-res external monitors. Okay, moving on, the display on this guy is pretty fantastic considering the price. It has a 16 inches IPS panel with a super smooth 165Hz refresh rate, 16:10 aspect ratio and a matte finish to get rid of glares, and Acer has not compromised much in terms of the brightness or colors either. It covers 100% of the sRGB gamut and maxes out at a 320 nits brightness for comfortable indoor usage as well. The only thing that I am not fond of are these top and bottom bezels. The speakers on the Nitro V16 are decent enough too. Not the best when it comes to clarity or bass, but I can assure you that they get plenty loud. Acer, however, is still stuck with a 720p camera that struggles with maintaining proper details and exposure in most situations, but I guess that's not a deal breaker on a gaming laptop. This keyboard is pretty impressive though. You get membrane keys that have a remarkably quiet sound profile and sufficient travel for a great typing experience. I wish I could also customize this backlight color to something other than bright orange, but I can live with this no problem at all. As for the trackpad, I would say that it's only decent. It's accurate with touches and glides well when using different gestures, but I would rather keep it disabled and use a proper mouse, to be honest. Okay, let me finally talk about the performance now, and like I said before, my unit of the Acer Nitro V16 has the RTX 4050 graphics with 85 watt TGP and AMD's Ryzen 8000 series processor. More specifically, it's got the Ryzen 7 8845HS, which is an 8-core 16-thread CPU with a boost clock of up to 5.1 GHz. And as you would expect, this AMD chip also has a dedicated NPU for AI tasks like adding filters during video calls and whatnot. But that's pretty much pointless on a gaming laptop since you already have much more powerful GPU for all those AI workloads. Anyway, Acer has paired it all with 16 gigs of single-channel DDR5 RAM and 512 gigs of PCIe Gen 4 SSD with solid read and write speeds. Both are upgradable, of course, but for what it's worth, I found the Nitro V16's regular everyday performance to be pretty snappy. AMD is still behind Intel if you look at some of the benchmark results, mostly in the multi-core department since newer Intel CPUs have a much higher core count thanks to the separate performance and efficiency cores. But let me tell you that this Ryzen CPU holds up in the real-world usage quite well when it comes to gaming and efficiency. So I tried a couple of popular titles like Counter-Strike 2, Valorant, Forza Horizon 5 and Cyberpunk 2077, and all of those games played very well on the Nitro V16. Relatively less demanding games like CS2 and Valorant ran with almost no frame dips or stutters with an average of 142 and 213 FPS even at the highest settings, while the 1% low number is perfectly good too. I could play Forza Horizon at Ultra preset with a 100+ average FPS as well, Although in something more resource hungry like Cyberpunk 2077, I had to turn on frame generation to be able to play it more smoothly. So yeah, even though this is not a full wattage RTX 4050, you should have no problem playing most of the games here. Not at high graphic settings of course, especially since it has 6 GB of video memory, but yeah. Another thing that I am more than happy with here is the battery life. Although you only get a small 57 watt-hour cell, its Ryzen chip is based on an efficient 4nm architecture, so I am getting like consistently 5+ hours of screen time by tweaking the settings a little, but still this is much better than most of the other gaming laptops with a similar configuration. So yeah, after using the Nitro V16 for a week now, I think this is easily an excellent choice for budget gamers who are looking for an overall value package. Not only does it deliver good gaming performance, but its other specs like the screen, the keyboard, I/O and battery life are also more than impressive. So everybody, that was all for my review of the 2024 edition of the Acer Nitro V16. Do let me know in the comments below if you would like us to cover more laptops on our channel. Saying this, I'm Pratima. Thank you so much for watching and I'll be back with another video.